Today we have big story about Russia.
Damn it.
No.
I get in trouble every time. John Cohen. Not so critical update.
Oh, Peter.
Peter, you can't do that anymore, man. All right, we can
re-record it.
God. No, we're keeping it for the shame.
Oh, come on.
Russia, Putin has threatened to nationalize Microsoft and other Western companies. And what I said when I saw this in our Discord, I was like, confirmed that Putin doesn't understand how software distribution works. So it's really fun because to nationalize a company like Microsoft, I imagine he would need some inkling, a spray of source code. And I don't think that Putin's got it. Yeah, just a spritz.
There was a previous story about how they were going to relax the copyright laws so that people could like renew automatically. But if you're on a subscription model, like it's not as easy as just saying what are they going to without going back to the company.
The way I'm imagining it is, okay, so they would have to hijack updates from Microsoft and then redistribute them to their citizens from, let's say, Microsoft.ru or something. Now, there's a few things that I could think that Microsoft would do in this case. One is they would hard brick the OS. They'd basically say, you download Microsoft, we have telemetry, it's gonna ping our servers, and it's gonna tell us who you are and where you're from, and then we're going to send it a forced update to lock itself unusable. That's just one way. Now Russia might come out with like a get around to this lock, or they'll use outdated versions, but just imagine all the fun Microsoft could have with something like this. So great. It's so funny.
I know what you're saying. I think that it's entirely possible. I don't think it is. Here's the reason I did the dodgy accent, by the way, at the beginning, was because to me it's such a comical kind of like over the top melodramatic typical movie Russian type move of like, no, I will cut off access to all Microsoft, I nationalize Microsoft. It's so bonkers. That's why the stupid accent at the beginning. Apologies.
You can keep justifying it, Peter. It does not make it any less shameful.
Okay, all right. But moving on. It is so crazy, it's so bonkers because they're not going to be able to nationalize Microsoft.
No,
like, it's
so to the extent
how are they going to nationalize Azure?
To the extent that
second largest cloud provider on Earth. Go ahead.
To the extent that Microsoft has assets or server infrastructure or offices in Russia, they could seize those assets. They may have some ability to keep them running. Seems unlikely because they're almost certainly not self-sufficient within Russia. But if you look at some place like McDonald's, which is also on the list, they could take control of those restaurants and kind of force the supply chains to stay open and keep them selling under that same brand, even though, you know, McDonald's headquarters, wherever it is, doesn't have any control over that.
Yeah, I suppose
that would be a good idea.
They can take over what they can. I feel like it's more of an internal propaganda move again, like a lot of these crazy things are. They're just trying to show their own people that they're in control and that they can't be, you know,
especially with cloud services, though they do have significantly limited enforcement capability here. I think is what we're getting
like. Basically, yeah.
It just wouldn't work. And then also with McDonald's, for example, McDonald's isn't sourcing every single thing in Russia. A lot of this stuff is being shipped in. There's no way that they could maintain a franchise like McDonald's or any other franchise for that matter.
Well, that's the point. They're all franchises. They're all owned by local business owners. I was reading a thing about how Marks and Spencers can't actually withdraw from Russia because they have agreements, license agreements, contracts that say
Right.
they're going to provide these services for a certain time, and there's no way to get out of them. It's
Well,
a
there is
franchise.
a way, but there is a way to get out of them. It's called being put onto something like an OFAC list. If all of Russia and all their citizens get put on OFAC, that means that whatever service license agreements you've had in the past, you cannot do business with them. You cannot exchange any funds with them. That instantly nullifies, and it doesn't matter if you break contract. You are headquartered in the US or whoever else aligns with OFAC. You now simply cannot do that. OFAC, by the way, is a list of persons that the United States, I think it's the Treasury, has outright banned you, persons and citizens of countries. Yeah, has banned you from doing business with. So things like
on it and it's like
Iran, North Korea. Yeah. Oh fuck. These are the type of things. So like and not only is it bad if you do business with them, I believe for every penalty it's like 1.2 mil.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
But to the extent that international companies have assets in Russia, certainly those could be seized by the Russian government.
100%. It might already have been seized. Yeah,
sure. Not at all within the realm of possibility that Russia could nationalize a U.S. country. Sorry, a U.S. company. Yeah,
I think it depends. It's a case by case. Microsoft, no, they're not going to succeed in doing that. I don't think so. I don't see it. Not successfully. Not with huge issues. Microsoft could, they could get those could be vulnerable OSs. Like it could just be, it'd be a mess.
I don't think that's the point. Coming back to the propaganda thing, I think it's a point of making a headline that says Russia will nationalize Microsoft. The average person on the screen is on the street is going to go, "Oh, I see, Russia's still in control," and they won't know that it's just not possible. It's just okay, cool.
And to us, to me at least, all this says is you're so dumb. This is so dumb. What a dumb thing to say. What a like illegitimate, not smart thing to say. This has just no foundation. There's no foundation for something like this. So I just found it so abysmal and absurd that I had to post it.
It's very much old school tactics, isn't it? Sorry, Mike.
Isn't there some internet meme where the guy's like, "You are so dumb"? You're like, no, did I just make that up?
So dumb.
This is just the ones that people have been sending you. They're not really memes.
It's just email.
No, but it's Gordon Ramsay. That's Gordon Ramsay's idiot sandwich. It's like that's what you are, and you're just gonna keep repeating it. You're like, I am an idiot sandwich. I am an idiot sandwich. We're gonna nationalize fucking Microsoft. Like, no, we are not. What is this?
It's not sustainable though. What I'm hoping is that at some point, and I don't know if this is going to work out, but like at some point, the truth will come out, and people will go, "Hang on, nationalizing Microsoft, that doesn't really seem, I don't know,
possible."
Just not sure about that one.
I think to your average Joe, you can argue that you can nationalize Microsoft. That's the problem.
I suppose,
but Russia can.
That's what I'm saying. Two Russian citizens who only watch national news.
Yeah, that's true.
State-sponsored TV. You could argue to them that this is possible. You have nothing to worry about. Don't worry about the ruble. Don't worry about the $20 loaf of bread that you have to buy. Don't worry.
Sure.
We're here. We're strong, and all is going to be good. And they will keep feeding this lie. God, I don't know until when. I don't know what the end result is. Who knows?
I mean, if people are going to believe that you can have 5G chips in vaccines,
right? Exactly.
Like, there must be a certain percentage of those inside the country as well. So, I mean, if there's like half of America watches Fox News, then
make this political.
What?
Here we go.
Okay, the not so political update.
I thought we weren't. I thought we were neutral, Peter. I thought we were Switzerland and Sweden.
What? So we have to give equal airtime to both sides. So
vaccines are bad, but they're also good.
Bipartisan. Whatever. The bottom line is, I think to Peter's point, The limit to what is possible is only dependent on how good Russia's propaganda is and Putin's imagination.
Dependent on your imagination. If you
Yeah.
just try hard enough,
Exactly.
you just believe